Factsverse presents the stunning transformation of U.S. soccer player Alex Morgan. When you think of women's soccer, you think of Alex Morgan. She is the face of the sport, and she was named the U.S. Soccer Female Player of the Year. In 2018, she was named the U.S. national team's co-captain, and she has a substantial social media following. She has 5.7 million followers on Instagram and has several endorsements. She also has appeared in Sports Illustrated's swimsuit issue. Take a look at the stunning transformation of U.S. soccer player Alex Morgan. Before we get into our video, help us spread the word about Factsverse by clicking that like button. Also be sure to subscribe and click the notification bell so you don't miss our future videos. Alex fell in love with soccer when she was only 7 years old. Because soccer was so important to her, it was also important to her father. He didn't know much about the sport, though, so to be supportive of his daughter, he actually took classes to be a referee and later to be a coach. When Alex was 9, he became her coach. According to Alex, it's normal for players' parents to serve as coaches in the American Youth Soccer Organization in Southern California. When Alex was in high school, her father worked out with her 3 times a week. He'd play goalkeeper and she would do shooting drills. With both of her parents on her side helping her, she became a better player. Alex says that off the field, her father was still her coach. When he would tell her something, she would listen. She says that she didn't let soccer take up her whole life, and if she didn't want to talk about soccer or practice, her father would still listen to anything she wanted to talk about. He was very supportive. When Alex was a senior in high school, things were going great. She was even called up to the under-20 national team. Unfortunately, when she was 17, she tore her ACL during a U20 scrimmage with the men's junior national team. Alex says that this was a turning point in her life. She struggled emotionally because she was so dependent on soccer. Not being able to train and play was really hard for her. Alex spent most of her senior year in rehab, and she had a chance to reevaluate her life during that time. In the end, she decided that soccer was her true passion. When she began college at the University of California at Berkeley, she continued in rehab. Alex was determined to return to the soccer field. When her time in college was almost done, she was back in the game. In 2010, she made her debut for the U.S. women's national team. She was selected first by the Western New York Flash in the 2011 draft. In 2011, her team won the World Cup, and this was when she realized she had finally made it as a professional soccer player. After winning the World Cup, the endorsement deals started pouring in. Nike, McDonald's, Tampax, Chapstick, Panasonic, Nationwide, Coca-Cola, and Beat by Dre, they all wanted her. She also had a children's book series on the market called The Kicks. It didn't take long before her book became the New York Times bestseller. It was later turned into a TV series for Amazon Prime. She was even on the cover of the FIFA video game franchise's 2016 U.S. edition. Thanks to all of her endorsements, Sports Pro put her on the 50 most marketable list. Alex is an advocate for body positivity. She says that whether you're skinny, athletic, or big-boned, you need to learn to live with yourself. And Alex says that when she was younger, she hated her big calves. Over time, though, she learned to love her legs and everything else about herself, too. She tries to help other girls learn to love themselves as well. Alex can thank soccer for her husband, too. She began dating Servando Carrasco while they were playing for the women's and men's soccer teams in college. They were college sweethearts and were married on New Year's Eve 2014. Servando plays for the Los Angeles Galaxy, and he and Alex will often give each other feedback about their playing. If you've ever seen Alex play, you've seen her signature pink headband. Well, she wears that as a tribute to her mother-in-law, Gloria Carrasco, who is a breast cancer survivor. But she says that's not the only reason she wears that pink headband, because as a child, her mother would put a pink headband on her so that when watching her play on the field, she'd easily be able to see which one was her daughter. When Alex isn't killing it on the soccer field, she's a voice for equal pay. Many of the women's players have filed a gender discrimination lawsuit against U.S. soccer in 2019, wanting their salary to be equal to their male counterparts. Alex says that she hopes that they can create equality for the next generation. Subscribe for more.